Ladies and gentlemen, welcome. Today, we're diving deep into the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and their exciting first-round pick, Emeka Egbuka. This young wide receiver is set to make waves in a team that boasts one of the most formidable wide receiver rooms in the entire NFL. With veterans like Mike Evans and Chris Godwin returning, the Buccaneers are poised for greatness, at least for the next couple of seasons. The underestimated Buccaneers. Despite the talent on this roster, it seems the national media is overlooking Tampa Bay. ESPN, The Athletic, and Pro Football Focus have all been less than enthusiastic about the Buccaneers' prospects. But here's the truth. This team is brimming with potential, and the general manager has done a phenomenal job in the draft. Spotlight on Emeka Egbuka. Let's focus on Emeka Egbuka, the standout wide receiver from Ohio State. When it comes to drafting players, especially from the Big Ten or SEC, you can't go wrong. Egbuka is not just any player. He's a product of a national championship team. With 205 career receptions, he holds the record for the most in Ohio State history. His 2,868 career receiving yards rank second only to Michael Jenkins, surpassing legends like David Boston and Chris Carter. This kid is a game changer. A familiar connection. What makes Egbuka even more intriguing is his connection with the Buccaneers wide receiver coach, Brian McClendon. McClendon recruited him in high school, creating a sense of familiarity that could ease Egbuka's transition into the NFL. This relationship is invaluable as the Buccaneers look to build a long-term strategy. Balancing strengths and needs now, I know what you're thinking. Shouldn't the Buccaneers focus on their defensive needs? While it's tempting to address weaknesses, I believe in reinforcing strengths. The wide receiver room is a cornerstone of this team, and it's essential to keep it thriving. However, let's not ignore the reality. Mike Evans is approaching 32, and Chris Godwin is recovering from a significant injury that sidelined him for the latter half of last season. The clock is ticking, and the Buccaneers need to think ahead. The future of the wide receiver room, Jalen McMillan, showed promise at the end of his rookie season. And while comparisons to Trey Palmer may raise eyebrows, it's crucial to remember that talent should always take precedence over need in the draft. Emeka Egbuka is a top 20 talent, and the Buccaneers would be wise to seize this opportunity. Conclusion: a bright horizon. In conclusion, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers are not just a team with a rich history. They are a franchise on the brink of a new era. With Emeka Egbuka joining the ranks, the future looks bright. Buckle up, because this is just the beginning of an exciting journey for the Buccaneers and their fans. So, why did the Tampa Bay Buccaneers select Emeka Egbuka? The answer is simple. They see immense potential in him. But before we dive deeper into this analysis, if you're enjoying the content, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for daily NFL and Buccaneers updates. It's a beautiful day here in Dunedin, and your support means the world to me. The second round, Benjamin Morrison. Now, let's shift our focus to the second round, where the Buccaneers made a strategic move by selecting Benjamin Morrison, a cornerback from Notre Dame. As a proud Notre Dame fan, I can't help but highlight Morrison's impressive stats. He allowed a mere 38.5% completion percentage during his college career, showcasing his ability to lock down receivers. However, there's a catch. Morrison's availability in the second round can be attributed to his injury history. Much like Jamel Dean, who has missed 9 games over the past 2 seasons, Morrison underwent hip surgery last October and has faced injuries dating back to high school. He also had arthroscopic surgery on his right shoulder in 2024. A need for playmakers. Despite these concerns, the Buccaneers are in dire need of playmakers in their secondary. Last season, they ranked 16th in total takeaways, but their interception count was alarmingly low. Only 7 interceptions. In contrast, Morrison has recorded 9 interceptions and 19 pass breakups over the past 2 years. Even more impressive, he didn't allow a single touchdown over 159 coverage snaps last season. With the Buccaneers giving up 27 touchdowns, ranking 19th in the NFL, Morrison's addition could be a game changer. He boasts an impressive 84.3 PFF coverage grade, making him one of the top cornerbacks in this draft class. If only he can stay healthy. Round 3. Jacob Parrish. Moving on to the third round, the Buccaneers doubled down on their defensive strategy by selecting Jacob Parrish, a cornerback from Kansas State University. Standing at 5 feet 9 inches, Parrish primarily played outside in college, but is expected to transition to the nickel position to compete with Christian Izien. With Ty Smith, last year's third-round rookie, moving to strong safety, this shift makes sense. Parrish clocked an impressive 4.35 seconds in the 40-yard dash, ranking as the fourth fastest among cornerbacks in the 2025 draft. His top speed reached 23.84 miles per hour, showcasing his explosive athleticism. Like Morrison, Parrish has also been productive, with 19 pass breakups and 5 career interceptions, a standout stat. But here's the stat that really stands out for Jacob Parrish. He produced the third highest advanced coverage grade among outside cornerbacks in this draft class, trailing only Jade Barron and Travis Hunter, the second overall pick. This speaks volumes about his potential impact on the Buccaneers' defense. Strengthening the defense. The Buccaneers' focus on bolstering their defensive backroom was clear. Fans were clamoring for an edge rusher or cornerback with their first-round pick, and while they didn't go that route initially, they made up for it in the second and third rounds. Round 4. David Walker. Finally, in the fourth round, the Buccaneers selected David Walker, an edge rusher from Central Arkansas. This pick further emphasizes their commitment to strengthening the defense, ensuring they have a well-rounded team ready to compete. Conclusion: a defensive revolution. In conclusion, the Buccaneers are making strategic moves to enhance their defense, and the selections of Morrison, Parrish, and Walker reflect a clear vision for the future. With these talented players joining the roster, Tampa Bay is not just looking to compete, they're aiming to dominate. Buckle up, because the excitement is just getting started. The linebacker and edge rushing rooms for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers are shaping up to be intriguing. With Hassan Reddick joining the team on a 1-year prove-it contract, there's a sense of optimism surrounding his potential bounce-back season. Reddick needed a change of scenery, and with a full summer to prepare, I believe he can deliver a solid performance. Perhaps not 15-plus sacks, but definitely a significant contribution. Chris Braswell. The second round ? Then there's Chris Braswell, the second-round pick from 2023. The jury is still out on him, and fans are eager to see how he develops. But the real excitement comes with the addition of David Walker, an edge rusher from Central Arkansas. Walker is a 3-time FCS AP All-American who led the FCS with 23 tackles for loss and 10.5 sacks. At 6 feet 1 inch and 263 pounds, he's not just explosive, he's also a force in run defense, boasting an elite 92.6 run defense grade in 2024. Finding gems in the draft now, let's talk about the later rounds, where the Buccaneers may have found some hidden gems. In the 5th round, they selected Elijah Roberts, a defensive lineman from SMU. Standing at 6 feet 5 inches and weighing 285 pounds, Roberts ran a 4.78 in the 40-yard dash, showcasing his athleticism and versatility. Known for his raw power, he recorded 17 sacks and 23.5 tackles for loss over the last 2 seasons, along with forcing 4 fumbles. His edge pressure rate of 14.2% ranked second in college football last season, just behind sack leader Mike Green. With consecutive seasons of impressive pass rush grades, 90.7 in 2024 and 91.6 in 2023, after transferring from the University of Miami, Roberts is a player to watch, adding depth with Tez Johnson. Finally, the Buccaneers made another intriguing pick in the 7th round by selecting Tez Johnson, a wide receiver. At 5'10 and 154 pounds, he may be small, which is why he fell to the 7th round, but he ran a respectable 4.51 in the 40-yard dash at the combine. Johnson lined up in the slot for 74% of his routes in 2024, making him a prime candidate for screens and special teams. He recorded 86 catches in 2023 and 83 in 2024, marking the two highest single-season reception totals in Oregon history. Before transferring from Troy, he also led the Sun Belt in receptions. Conclusion: a promising draft class. In summary, I'm a fan of the Tez Johnson pick. The Buccaneers are focusing on strengthening their existing talents, and I give their draft an A-. It's puzzling why the national narrative often overlooks the Tampa Bay Buccaneers draft strategy. They continue to excel in what they do best. As we wrap up, I want to hear from you. Hit that like button and subscribe for daily NFL and Buccaneers content. What was your favorite pick for Tampa? And who do you think is the gem or sleeper of this draft class? Let's discuss in the comments below.